This week on Tennessee Mountain Homestead, Ethan is back under the hood of the Suburban build, and there's a laundry list of things to do. The parts tractor goes into free fall as the boys ever so gently remove the pieces they need. Two Suburbans become one as they collaborate to get it done. It's all coming up on today's episode. The show starts right now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop here at Tennessee Mountain Homestead. We've been tag teaming these two tractor builds, and as of last week, Buck 50 has become a full-time runner. So this side's done, and you can see the continuous ring of steel that goes around. This is what we fabricated to hold the caliper.
This week, we're back on the Sears build, and there's a laundry list of stuff to do. This is our to-do list for the Sears build, guys. What we're going to focus on today is the clutch reinforcement, tie rods for clutch, dashboard, and the steering shaft and wheel. Some of the little things on this list we can do off camera, but some of it we're going to do right now. From the list, we're going to pull the dashboard and steering shaft off this tractor.
And I've got to pull the steering wheel off, and I'll try not to destroy it this time. Yeah, this snap ring is like...
Moments later.
It's not budging.
It's not. I thought that was gonna work.
Me too.
More moments later.
Regulators. You get the keyway out?
Yeah, I got it.
Sweet. Can you feel it?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Eventually.
What's up, guys? It's the next day. Ethan and I worked out here until about 9:30 last night and did a bunch of stuff off camera. One of those things, he got a brand new brake band from Little Red Barn on eBay. I'll put a link in the description. But we installed this on the transmission last night and started working on getting the parking brake and the clutch integration set up with it because it had to be all readjusted. We did that. The transmission got new axle seals. I'll also put a picture and a part number in the description for those. And what else did we do, Ethan? Oh, I'll let Ethan take over and show you the rest.
Last night, I took the red dashboard off our Sears parts tractor. I painted it silver to sort of color match what someone else had painted my Sears beforehand. And we also mounted up these Carlisle AT489s. They're 25, 11, 12 on these Craftsman GT rims.
Check it out, guys. We got a 1957 David Bradley. We're gonna make it into a mud mower.
I see you got jokes.
The next thing we're going to do is what we're gonna call clutch reinforcement. That is, this plate right here is rather flimsy, and that's what the tensioner pulley is attached to. It also eclipses the exhaust, so when we go to do that, this is gonna be in the way. What we're gonna do is take some more material off of this clutch plate. We're going to reinforce it with some steel underneath to replace the removed material, and then we're going to brace it down to the frame so it can no longer be wobbly like that. You ready, Ethan?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. So if we cut it right through here, and we need to maintain some of this.
Yeah.
But by that time, the exhaust will have room to go up and turn out. So that's probably about as far as we want to go with that. And then this little guy,
I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
we'll probably drill a hole right here just so there's a radius and it's not a sharp corner. And this, you know, this doesn't even need to all be there. All this excess, see, we could cut right along this, see where that natural, that spot is, we can cut it all the way like that and just be like weight reduction. And you could probably get your battery right in here.
Might fit.
Maybe.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
You're up.
We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
Ethan and I got this all cleaned up, cut up, and in that process, while we were cutting it up, we accidentally cut off the clutch from the plate. No big deal. It needed to happen anyway. So I've got it right now jigged up with some magnetic 90s on the other side. I've also pushed it back about a ½ inch to give us a little bit more clearance from the engine pulley. Because before, the idler and the engine pulley were pretty close when it would come down, like within 1/8 of an inch. So I moved it back about a ½ inch, and we have 3/4 to an inch of clearance to the frame before the linkage starts to hit the frame. So ½ inch, we're safe. And what I'm going to do now is tack weld this in, and then we're going to test fit and make sure everything's cool. Oh, that's so much better. It's still in line. And look at it, it's got more room now.
Pushing the clutch, or is it not?
It must not be on the, oh, there's no spring. That's why. But otherwise, look, it's fine. So
That's way better.
we're good to weld it. And look, now we have room here. Now the exhaust can come out. I mean, we could even grind more off of this if we wanted.
If we had to.
We can round this off, get rid of these sharp corners. Where's the flappy disc? What's up, guys? We've got this plate bolted firmly back to the tractor, and as you can see, it's still flimsy. What we're going to do is take this piece we cut off of it. If you'll notice down here, there's 2 holes in the frame already. What we'll do, and there's already a hole in this too. So we're gonna bolt that right through that hole. We're going to mark this thing where it needs to be cut off. Once that's bolted, we'll go under the tractor with a marker and we'll mark this hole. After this is clean, in place, and ready to be welded, we'll take a piece of square tubing and fit it between the edge of this plate and the center of this new plate we're building. We'll tack weld everything in, take it off the tractor, and weld it out. That will be our clutch support. And Ethan's gonna do all the heavy lifting.
Meanwhile,
Oh, he's a good boy. He still stinks.
All right, guys, we've got our clutch arm with the axis, and this is our leg that runs down to the frame. That's the shoe. And now we're going to mount it back in.
The boys did a really good job of welding that stiff leg on there. Thanks to Stefan. Ethan cut it to fit, and it came out great. Nice and super stiff. Ethan's gonna tell you what we're doing next.
The next thing we're going to do is take our clutch linkage. We're going to cut off these 90-degree angles and replace them with heim joints.
Don't forget the jam nut.
Yeah, I'm still gonna put that on.
We got our new clutch connector, and now Ethan's gonna install this, see how it operates. Nice. That's gonna be so much better than those little 90-degree bends on that rod. And just like that, new and improved clutch engaged. Ethan, if you would, check that out. Nice and smooth, let it go. Nice and quiet. Everything's super tight and spins super free. There's also a needle bearing in this we didn't know about. In the axis for this whole clutch mechanism, there's a needle bearing in there. We cleaned all that out and re-greased it. So this thing's super smooth. Anyway, we're gonna get that new aluminum dashboard on here and see you in a minute. Oh, it's gonna look nice.
I'm gonna scoot back a little bit.
Oh, yeah, bud. Alright, where's the bolts? Oh, it's like it was meant to be. I'm missing bolts.
What kind?
The kind that go through the dashboard. Alright. Can you give me that back? You got the key, buddy? Just get it started and I'll tap it.
All you gotta do is just tap it in.
Moments later.
Go on that side, buddy, and get ready to put them under. All right. You got it, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, Dad, list them off.
Man, this thing's light. This tractor is all back together, and we think it's very close to its final weight. There's not much more we're putting in this. So we're gonna take a base weight and see where we're at. All right, Ethan. The front right, you've got 106 pounds. The front left, you've got 125 pounds. That's from the engine being biased over to one side. The left rear, you've got 123 pounds. And the right rear is 115.
Ow!
469 pounds. Wow. How's it feel?
It's pretty comfortable. Yeah. The spot where the pedal is definitely sucks.
The pedal?
Yeah, it's too high and too close. It needs to be lower, and I don't think it needs to come off the outside of the footboard either. That'll definitely get caught on a tree.
Well, guys, this thing is several steps closer to being a running tractor. I think it's gonna be solid, especially sub 500 pounds. But that's as far as we're gonna take it today, because tomorrow's Mother's Day and we gotta go in and get ready and spend some time with Mama.
If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Once again, I'm Ethan.
I'm Jason. You're watching Tennessee Mountain Homestead, and we'll see you on the next one.